Oh, come on. Good afternoon. I made it. I'm a couple minutes late, but I made it. Had a couple of appointments to make. Let me see if I can get this to come up. I may have to change the lighting. I may have to turn the lamp on over there. Okay, let's see how the lighting is. Hi, Jules. How you doing? Thanks for joining me. Hi, Larry girl. All right, couple minutes late, but better late than never. All right. Pain in the bum, that's pretty funny. All right, I have a few, let me straighten my shirt. I have a few questions that you guys were kind enough to leave on the community page. And I'm going to ring my bell because you know that's what I do. Some people say, why are you ringing that bell? It's to clear the cards. It's to signal to the angels that and our guides that we're beginning, that we're going to start doing the reading. Hi, T-Barb. Okay, so we'll give a good shuffle. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. All right, so I just want to, just one brief announcement, of course. I'm still doing the $25 readings for a half an hour for your it's the first time introductory offer. You can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail, thewayofpositivechange@gmail for your $25 reading. Any readings after that, second, third, fourth reading is $33. So still a bargain, quite the bargain. All right. Jules Timur got the same test they gave. Were you doing cognitive testing? I guess so. All right. So now that we have the announcement out of the way, we're going to take a look at some questions that you posted on the community page. Okay, so the first one I want to ask, of course, because Johnny and I read on Marjorie Taylor Greene. We read on her to see if she was going to win the primary, and it indeed looked like people were helping her. We weren't sure how far she'd get with that. So I want to know if she's going to continue on with this winning. All right, let me pull this back a little bit. I hope the lighting's okay. There, I think that's better. Okay. So let's see. Let's first do the first spread. Wow, that's coming out already. There's an attorney coming after her. Somebody's going to try to press charges against her for something that she said or done or something she did. She did something. All right, so she won that primary runoff. Is she going to continue to have success? She belongs to the QAnon conspiracy theory group. I had, of course, seen the Qs before, but I really didn't know all what it stood for, what they believed in, and I was just floored when I read it. All right, Marjorie Taylor Greene, are you going to continue to do well? She's after the money. She is after the money. 4 Pentacles came out. And we all want money, right? But some people, when they become the 4 Pentacles, they want it, more than they want anything else. Okay, so she's not going to be feeling it. This shows a struggle for her. So I'm going to say there's a legal case coming against her and a struggle. And then I want to ask about the QAnon, their core group too. All right, she's having to do some hard work. So her cards already are starting off not so great. Yeah, struggle. And the Ace of Swords, she really pushed to get this through. She doesn't have the stamina that it takes to keep going with this. It's a lot of hard work. All right, now here she gets, well, she's got more secrets in there. There's going to be some skeletons in her closet coming out. She's getting some backing. This is a specific couple that's trying to help her, and she thinks her fortune is changing for the better. All right, so, okay, then we get the Four of Pentacles again. So she does have some backing. She's going for the money grab. She's trying to get people that have cash to really throw their weight behind her, and this shows her continuing to move on, but it's a big struggle for her. And she really does have some confusion. Of course, we know that, right? But she really does have some confusion, and there's some nebulous soup behind her. Thanks, Desiree. All right, what's the bottom card? Defeat, winning at all costs. So she's going to try to keep spreading the nonsense, but somebody, the Sword of Justice, is going to come after her. So let's see. Anything else after that? Yeah, so there's quite a bit of deception. So it's the Billy B card. All right, let's look at that group's core. Put these back together. Larry Girl's in the house. T-Barb's in the house. Jules Moore's in the house. Stephen Haggerty's in the house. My goodness. All right, let's take a look at the QAnon phenomena. Are they going to, what's going to happen to their core group? Are they going to get larger in size? Will they be successful with their beliefs? Hi, Benny. QAnon, the group itself. Wow, it's really treacherous. It's the bully, the big bully cards. They're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying. But will they do it? Will they be successful? Hi, Diana from Canada. Okay. I don't know. Mr. B threw in a question on the community page, so we'll see. QAnon, the group. Will they continue to grow and be a successful party? They certainly have had a parting of their minds, haven't they? Oh my gosh. They're cray, right? Okay. The law's coming. This is on its side, so they're not going to be able to continue to spread some of their slander. So, some of them could. Somebody from Q could go to jail here. Could already have some charges being filed. And they're still going to tell lies and fabrications about Hillary and the Littles. Okay, good. I don't see them growing. They're trying to work hard on it, but they will be oppressed. There's going to be so many people speaking out about them. That isn't a victory card. They get some things to go through, but they're oppressed and they'll have to continue to battle. So it's not really, those aren't successful cards. Hopefully by November, hopefully they'll disband. All right, so we asked about them and Marjorie Taylor Greene. Uh-oh, I need a new pen. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask about Biden again because I just keep getting the Three of Swords with him, and I'm very concerned about him going through with this whole process. I want to know if he's going to be, will he make it to the election? Will he get elected? That's what I want to know. All right, so let's break that down into two questions. Will Biden's health hold out through the election to the election. Thank you, Pierre Walker. Okay. So we have a new moon today. Everybody get out your crystals and cleanse your crystals. Set your intentions, sage your house. Biden's health. He looked good riding that bike. I thought, wow, that's a good sign. But then I kept getting the 3 of Swords. Is Biden going to make it to the election? Biden's health. Ooh, that one wants to be right on the top. Hi, Hope. Man. All right, right away I get the Hangman. There is something with his health that's just not that great. This is, oh, damn it. I thought I'm not supposed to swear on here, you guys. They make you say, does your video contain any swear words? That's not really a swear. Anyway, here I am getting this 3 of Swords again. So I'm very concerned. I'm concerned about cardiac history in his family. That's what I'm concerned. I don't know anything about his family history, genetics, or what have you. I think that he's been talked to about this again. I think that he may possibly have to have a stent placed. But he's going to be okay. So that's good. Okay, that's good. 2 swords. And I got the, the 7 down here and the 6. I feel like they talked to him about this before, but he said no because I've got the 4 of Cups. So I think that's significant. All right. So I don't want to, well, is there anything else you can tell me about? Is there a little snafu? See, yeah, I just keep getting some sort of procedural thing. But this is okay. Because if we come up with the, when we get the 9 of Cups up at the top, I feel like he'll be all right. Okay, so now, right, T-Barb? I think he could be, trying to put it off. Okay. Then I want to see, I just want to ask, is he going to win? Is Biden going to win the election? Now, I asked this with Johnny on the last group reading that we did, but I just want to see. Biden going to win the presidential election, whether it's in November, December, January for the inauguration. Will he win? Will he be successful, and will he win? Please, angels and guides, give us a very clear answer. We're begging. We're begging you. Okay. Thank you, Jocelyn. Okay. Is Biden going to win? If it's November, December, January, will he be the next president? Our next president. All right. So Johnny and I got more positive cards than negative, but they weren't like jumping for joy cards. That's why I'm asking. It's a fight. He's fighting. 9 of Wands. Okay. Yeah, there's all kinds of arrows coming over into his camp. He's having to really stand strong. This is getting good votes, getting good backing. There's the worry and the concern and judgment. I'm going to say yes, that the judgment card means yes. And we got a nice cup on the bottom here. But the counts, and there's going to be attorneys involved, legislation, people will judge him, people will rise up, and there may be a couple of riots. But the judgment card is, after all, hearing the calling and rising to the challenge. So now let's just ask, how will Trump, how will DJT do with this election? Okay. That was tough. Okay. Judgment card. Let's just hear, it's hearing the calling, rising to the challenge. Is that just rising to the challenge to fight? Because he's going to have to fight. Right, Jules? I think you're right. He's going to demand that recount. How will Trump do in the presidential election? Will he feel successful or defeated? DJT, will he feel? Let's give him another clearing. Someone needs to clear him. Okay, like a big hook. He is trying to be the bully. He is trying to win at all costs with that Five of Swords. We all know that's the card that belongs to that DJT name. So, will DJT feel triumphant, successful, or defeated? That's also can be a card of defeat. Depends on where you get it when you do your reading. I know a lot of you are learning. I know a lot of you are learning the Lenormand with Becca. She sent me a text the other day, and she had a spread, and I was like, Becca, I don't know what that means. Okay. Boy, he has a lot of help. He has people really trying to help him. But he's not going to be able to hide from the truth. And Biden got this as well. He will not be, the challenge is to get to the truth and to seek the light. That he's paying money for people to do dirty deeds. So he's making deals with Satan. This is up at the top. So right now, he knows there's a good chance that he may be defeated. He knows this, that he may have to leave. They're going to try a lot of work, a lot of manipulation, a lot of work to try to get this to go. He will get votes. Government's going to have say so. He feels like he can get Billy and other people to help him out. Okay, the judgment card is a bigger card, but he feels like he can purchase this. He feels like he can, if he puts the right place, it will be swayed to his favor. And then he got the 4. This is really hard, you guys. All right, let's back this up. Let's do this. Delilah, it's raining on the Gulf side. I'm on the Gulf side. It's clouding up, of course, because it is, Jen Lynn always says, oh, it's always raining with Lori in the afternoon. Well, yeah, because I'm on, I'm below Sarasota and the southern portion. If I combine this with this, it would mean that he probably knows that he is going to have to leave, but he's trying to buy his way. But I just want clarification on this. If it was a recount, okay, I'm glad you guys brought that up. So it was a recount. It would be, the judgment could be to Biden by judgment, right? Okay. So I'm going to ask, will DJT remain president through 2021? Will he remain president after January? Will DJT remain in the White House, living in the White House as president, or will he have to leave? Melinda, who are you talking about? For the RNC or DNC? Okay. Will DJT continue to live in the White House after January and February of 2021, or will he have to leave? Okay. Wouldn't that be great if it was a big hook instead of a sword? That just means there's legal. Oh, so the thing is that there's an ending coming. He wants to stay. He knows he probably is going to try to stay. Queen of Swords is usually an ending. Other people are trying to give him some other kind of opportunity somewhere else. This is all about feelings. He wants to try to stay, but I don't, that's a wish. Gets an offer to go somewhere else. Why couldn't this have come up here? This is really going to be, hi, me, myself, and I, thank you. This is going to be a really, really, really difficult thing for Biden to pull off. That's really tough. That is really, really tough. Okay. I suppose we could. I wonder if he's going to have Pence with him, because when Obama said something the other day on his podcast, he said that he thought maybe Trump might try to exchange Pence out for someone. So we'll have to stay tuned for that. Biden gets in with a judgment. Okay. I want to ask one more time, how's Biden going to feel after all the votes are counted? Will he feel successful or not? This is really hard, you guys. This is really hard. I mean, I just really want to say Biden's in, but I have to really take a look at these cards, and this is very difficult. Will Biden, when it's all said and done, will Biden feel successful and be president or not? When it's all said and done, all the votes are counted, decisions are made, Biden feels successful or not? I know, Pam, but I'm just trying to ask here. It looks like Trump's just going to pull out, DJT is going to pull out all the stops and just try everything to purchase government to say, that he has it. There's so much emotion here when we're asking about Biden. There's so much emotion because there's so much nebulous soup that he has to fight through. And there definitely will be other world powers that are trying to get their fingers into this. Well, the Page of Wands is what I got when Johnny and I read on it. Thank you, Linda. Page of Wands is an announcement. He's embattled. Yes. So I feel more confident about that. Yes. He will feel and he will move. Okay. That's good. That's a celebration. But boy, it isn't going to be easy. We're going to have to really, I know it takes a lot. The fight takes a lot out of him. I'm very concerned about his health. I'm concerned about you and I, because we really have to stay balanced through this. This isn't going to be easy for us. Okay. That's going to be a fight. All right. So now let's see. Me knock this out here. Okay. Okay, Renee wanted to know, when are we coming up to them declaring the pandemic over and done? Are we coming up Will the pandemic be over and done anytime soon? So the last time I read on this, there was something really good coming down the pike, and it wasn't going to last as long as people had originally thought. I'm sticking with that, but let's take a look. We have to hang in there, Melinda. All right. Will the pandemic be finished soon? Well, all right, we're just asking about will it be over soon? Oh, thanks, Pierre Walker. Battle, battle, battle. That seems to be the card of the day so far, doesn't it? We'll all have bandages on our heads when this is over. Don't come near me. And there's 2 more storms out there. They're I forget what numbers. If they become named, they'll be Laura and Marco. So let's not go for the Laura. And let's not do Marco either. The name Marco in Florida don't go very well together. So, sorry. All right. Oh, boy. Maybe it'll just be a little Marco, right? Oh, it's just defeated so many. We've lost so many. And the bullies didn't do what they should have done. We were so strong before this happened, but through their delaying tactics and avoiding the truth, it really hurt us. Okay, so where people were inactive with the 7 of Pentacles, now people are actively taking measures to try to do what's needed, hear the call, wear the mask, social distance. It's going to be a bit longer yet, so it isn't soon. It looks to me like the next 3 months will continue to be difficult, but perhaps we can get a break. I've always seen towards the end of the year, we're the way we're doing it just still isn't working completely right. There's some people that just wreck it for people. Okay, hold that thought. I'm going to turn on the fan. Hold that thought. All right, let's see. So we have a little ways to go with that yet. Nikki Fried, our Commissioner of Agriculture, is going to be speaking at the DNC tomorrow, right? I think she's going to, she's got it in for DeSatan. So I think she's going to take him on. And that's good. Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so Mr. B put on the community page. Pelosi is calling Congress back, the House back to vote for shoring up the Postal Service. Will McConnell call his people back too? Which is ridiculous. They should just never have been able to allow to leave. You do your job. You don't just get to. That's like telling them, go eat your dessert. Don't eat your dinner. Don't do, I'm mad. Okay, so will they come back? Will McConnell get them to come back so that they can pass the stimulus? Now, I've always seen that there would be another stimulus check. But will they get that unemployment and stimulus check? Will they take a vote and make some progress with this? Will they call everyone back and work on this for a successful result? That's how we're going to ask the question. We have to be very careful how we phrase the question, right? Okay. And then they, okay. We saw very clearly that Meadows was put in there to just say no, 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 no. And they were dealing with Mnuchin, and that was working long. But Meadows said no because Trump wanted to, DJT wanted to be the hero with his executive order. But will all of Congress come back, and will they work on it? Will Mitch McConnell get the people to come back to work on it to be successful at getting unemployment and the stimulus check? Oh, so someone gave me a thumbs down already. I know who you are. I know who you are. Okay. Dealing with DeSatan. The other Satans. All right, we'll just call them Satan and DeSatan. Okay. Yeah, I mean, DJT just told Meadows go in there and just stonewall them. Just don't make any deals with them. And then let me come in and be like, I'm the one that's going to help the people. That's the first time DeSantis ever spoke up in a negative way about DJT, because the governors don't have the state money to give that $100 to every person. All right, now, good. I hope they do get shook up and they have to come back and work on it, you know. But when we have the magician and the devil together, that means dirty tricks. More dirty tricks. There will be another proposal. Oh my God. There will be a stimulus check. There is going to be some sort of bill, but they're going to be ruthless. And that's all I'm going to say about it. They're going to be ruthless. They have just no heart. They don't care. They just don't care. There's no other way to take these cards. There's just no other way. So 5 of Swords, Devil, Magician. And, you know, when we're trying to make a deal for people and trying to, you know, have reciprocal actions, and you get all these tricksters and in it to, you know, just my way or the highway. That's what they're going to say. We'll come back if you say yes to our deal. Basically, is what McConnell's going to say, you know, we're going to offer this. If you accept it, then we'll come back. And they don't care. Because they've purchased their seats to this bad movie that we're in. Oh my gosh. And Claudia, you know, I don't think it's going to be that. I just think that they thought that was too much money, and people will not, they think people won't work, which is the most ridiculous thing. Everybody wants to go back to school and everybody wants to go to work. You know, there's always going to be takers. There's always going to be takers on one side or another, but the majority of people really want to work. Okay. But you know, the way we were functioning, it's like I got the 4 of Swords on the Way of Positive Change Facebook and Instagram for the card of the day today. And if we don't balance our schedules and rest and rethink things and plan and use our own strategy, the universe finds a way to knock us on our rear. And we've been knocked on our rear. All right, so speaking of schools, so they'll work out a deal, but it's going to be a mean one. It's going to be a Grinch deal. That's what I think. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at this school. Now, I think it was in North Carolina. They came back for 1 week and they blew the rules and had too many people test positive, and now they're out again. I mean, really? Florida Gulf Coast University opens up here. So are the majority, schools, universities, are they going to stay open? Is schooling going to be, it's going to be hodgepodge. It isn't balanced. So there'll be some that do okay in this area and some that will not do good. All right, so, boy, they're just flying out of the deck. It's like the ones that get help with their ventilation system and money, they'll do a little bit better. All right, schools. Let's ask specifically, since I've read for a couple people in this week let's ask about colleges. Will most of the colleges, the majority of the colleges, be successful at opening up, doing in-person classes? Let's look at colleges and then we'll look at the other school system. All right. It starts off like, yay, yippee, we're off to college. All right. And then some things change with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy, it's a lot of work. And that there's still, numbers that are just too big to deny. We're already hearing about these snafus. But they want their money. They want their money. And I feel like there'll be some college students that will return home and they won't be refunded, or some will, some won't. Nope, it's a loss. There will be loss of lives because of this. Unfortunately, we already knew that. I'm seeing some success, but it was really, I think, wishful thinking, fanciful thinking, and we have problems. What's on the bottom? Everybody wanted to, it's just like what we said. We wanted to. They wanted to go back, but it's not. There's loss. So that's not a winning card. That's not a success for colleges. Good, but they're doing, we already have people going back face to face, like here at FGCU. But they do have one dormitory set aside just for a COVID quarantine area. All right, let's look at grade schools, elementary schools. What about elementary schools? Will they be successful in face-to-face classes? The teachers. I'm so concerned about some of the teachers. Of course, the ones at high risk have already decided they would defer a year of work to retire later because it's not worth their health, their life. All right. If they can. Elementary schools, face-to-face learning, successful during the pandemic or not? Oh, I don't know. Oh, and speaking of thumbs up, you guys, I think I'm like 15 away from 4,000 subscribers because that bot was actually taken off. Hopefully it stays off. So if you haven't subscribed, help me out. I only need 15. That would be such a milestone for me. Okay. All right, the high pace means the actions behind getting some of the elementary schools They may say, oh, we're safe, but we're not. Now, here in our county, they're required to wear masks. Again, it's just wishful thinking, unfortunately. We're dealing with a big problem. And to try to say that this mystery, this thing doesn't exist, is to try to tell stories about it and make it into something else that isn't going to work. And you can try to make fancy things and play the shell game. Some parents are not going to take it. Some parents they don't want to do it. Some parents, some students don't want to do it. They don't want to accept this cup of pandemic. Lots of decisions and followed by announcements. Okay, so some will have to close, and there'll be some delays. It's not as big. I don't think it's as huge of a problem with all the money and everything involved with the colleges. It just shows that it doesn't work really well. It's sluggish. It's a slug opening. So I'm not seeing, this victory card of the chariot is in the hopes and fears. This is what we want. And we fear that it won't be victorious. There will be some delays. They'll put off the dates for some things. I think they'll take a look at what happens in the colleges and maybe say, whoa, okay, maybe. Now, I don't think elementary schools here aren't supposed to open until the 31st, I think is the first day back. And up north, I think it's Labor Day, right? Yeah, there's some changing news with this, so stay tuned for that. That doesn't look like a success for me. But this isn't as bad as what we got for the colleges. Okay. Okay. And this is, we have to do the work. If we want them to be able to go back, we have to have better ventilation systems and provide them with the PPE. There are some teachers in certain areas that are doing fundraisers to get the PPE that they need. I mean, how ridiculous can this get, really? Oh, we don't want to know. It's like Michelle Obama said, if you don't think this can get worse, you're wrong, because it can and it will if we don't. All right, so thank you, Jocelyn, for those questions on the community page about schools. All right, now, and Renee wanted to know about the pandemic. We asked about that. Wanda asked if the Democrats will take back the Senate, will take over the Senate. So, will the Democrats be successful at taking over the Senate? Will they get the majority of the Senate? Democrats, will they be successful in taking power with the Senate, over the Senate? Right, Melinda? We must take it back. All right, there it is. Let's look. I'm feared. Okay, let's take a look. At first, it doesn't look like it. And it's so hard to do anything. We're so sad that what a difficult situation to be in. But there's still hope. Remember, the Five of Cups is not all lost. So even though we got that with the colleges, 3 are spilled, but 2 are up here. We have to remain positive that we have other shots available. The law is all over all of these elections and oh my gosh, it's tough energy, really tough energy. Well, they're certainly going to try very hard. It's a lot of work, but they will really put their head down and try to be the driving force of this. And there's our card of the day. Where's Jen? She always gets the 9 of Swords. I'm getting the 9 of Wands. So it's so hard. It's hard, but we fight. We can do it. We can do it. This doesn't mean the person loses. They just have to, it's an onslaught. Feels like a continuous game of whack-a-mole. We just have to hit them all. All right, now I'm getting 2 big cards of balance, the 6 of Swords and the Temperance card. So that means it's really, really close. I would think we would hope after what we saw in 18 that we would get, some sort of a blue wave. But this looks like it's definitely a very good possibility that we can get it. Okay, so I think so. We take these top two and add the next step. If we fight really hard, we have the opportunity to do it. And it needs to be rebalanced. Let's see what's on the bottom. Is Becca in the house? Hi, Becca. Sweet Becca. Okay. All right, the magician is, they're going to try to pull tricks. They're going to try, but we can take it. Yeah, Oleander. Boy, that's a big deal down here in Florida with pets and children, because they're all over the place. The pillow guy. Oh, I know what I wanted to ask you guys. There's one politician that's running down here, and he's, of course, a Republican, and he says he voted for Trump, of course, and then but he shops at Publix, and his favorite food is Chick-fil-A. Well, we know Chick-fil-A supports DJT, but I didn't know, and I know Home Depot supported DJT. I'm not sure if Lowe's did, but I have to look into this Publix thing. So it's like, I need to know that. If you know that, please let me know. It must be, or he wouldn't have used that as this makes me more red, It must be. Okay, so it looks like we got a really good positive outcome for the Senate. I'm going to say that's a yes. But if you're just joining us, make sure you go back and look at the spreads we got on Biden and DJT. That was really a tough reading. All right, so I'm going to let that set for a while. Okay, so now Joanne asked me, and I've noticed this too, Joanne. I've noticed that a lot of pets are crossing the Rainbow Bridge. And I'm wondering, I've always known that our pets take on diseases for us. They're the first ones that get hit. So when something happens to your pet, any pet whisperer will say, take a look at your own health, So let's take a look at why are there so many of our beloved family pets. Yes, but Stephen, Stephen Haggerty, did they donate to his? They must have backed him. DJT, Publix. Wait, pets passing. Why are there so many pets? If you turn on my Facebook is anyway, I've noticed a lot of people. I've done readings for a lot of people that just lost their cherished family member, little buddies, the littles. Well, there's Becca. Okay, why are there so many pets? Okay, so the first card we get is the Two of Swords, and it's crossed by the Page of Pentacles. Now, this to me means that we don't see something that's affecting them, or we want to pretend that it's not affecting them. And I'm also going to say there could be something in their manufactured foods. This is on its side. So is this is something they ingest? When I do people medicine cards, that comes up as a pill or a supplement. This is on its side. So if it isn't something icky in their food, it could be that it's just there's a deficiency in their food. They're not getting what they need. But we need to look at that could also be environmental. The way something is put together. They may not have enough nutrients in the food. This will be announced and discovered, though. Somebody's going to make because someone's going to get really upset when they find this out, that they've either put something in. I know that there were pet treats that came from China that were toxic. Someone's going to get really angry about this. And as well we should, right? And there's a little buddy, the little cat, familiar. And of course, our pages stand for littles in our lives. Yeah, there's something, I think, in quite a bit of their foods that isn't balanced, but I'm also feeling that they're feeling our emotions, and that can be stressing them out. They're taking our emotions on, and it makes them feel a little bit unsteady. So really get them balanced by taking them outside. They just need to be outside more. And we need to be outside more. So just let's go outside. Let's bring some balance back to this. If you're feeling off kilter, go outside. Yes, for your fur baby. Yes, this is our hidden emotions. Our psyche, our subconscious. We have to bring balance to ourselves so they will feel better. And we have to get outside more so they will feel better. But I also think we're going to find out more about what's in or not in their food. Is there anything more you can tell us about that? Right now, I'm just really getting all about the emotions and instability, struggle. And two, this is my get up early card so you can get it done. So we need to get up early and just really take them for nice long walks, or just spending time out in the yard with them. Is there anything else we need to know? Yeah, it's Mother Nature. Nurturing yourself and taking good care of yourself and Mother Nature. And this is also wholesome food, so look to see if you can change or alter. Really look to see, do your research on the foods that you're using. I know of our fur babies. All right, so that was a good question, Joanne. Okay. So let's take a look at Texas. I want to know, their numbers are going down. The numbers are going down in Florida because more people were wearing masks. And indeed they were. I saw more people wearing them. But now they're getting lazy again. I want to take a look at Texas and just ask if they're being truthful about their numbers, because they're saying they're going down. And they had some tests, just like Florida did, that weren't, they said it was coding errors. Are they being truthful about their numbers in Texas? Okay. All right. Our public is, our people in Texas, are the politicians in Texas revealing, are they actually skewing the numbers? Are they telling the truth about the numbers of the crown bug there, or are they lying? No, I don't either. I know for a fact they've already found too many mistakes in Florida, but this is about Texas. I want to know specifically about Texas. Well, they are trying to control them and keep their, the thumb on them. There's no other way to take the Four of Pentacles as they're trying to control it. And we know it. And a lot of people in Texas know it too. They want it to look better. I thought Abbott was actually going to start changing for the better. Boy, they don't think they can contain it much longer, though. They're really coming up. Texas is coming to a very critical. They've already, in certain parts, been in a very critical time. More quarantine coming for Texas. So whether they're telling the truth or not, there's quarantine coming for Texas. This could also, I'm very concerned about them having a storm. Okay, so I feel like with all these swords and emotions, they wanted Texas to look pretty and be good, but they were controlling the numbers, and there's going to be a big problem. So you won't be able to deny the deaths. You won't be able to deny the people, the sick people. And there's your double confirmation. It's the lie. All right. So new moon today. I think it's 10 something Eastern. I put it on Facebook. Get your house swept, sage, crystals out. All right. All right. Who else has a question? Great. So, is it, 1,000 deaths in Texas a day. Well, and I think Florida was out that too. Gina, okay. Kamala Harris become president. Okay. Will Kamala Harris become president soon? That's a good question, Gina. Will Kamala Harris be the president, become the president of the United States soon? Kamala Harris, will she become president soon? All right, and then we're going to ask about DeJoy. Thank you, Stephen. Now, when I did the readings before, when I looked with Johnny and in the last reading, it looked like the Postal Service would be okay. So that's a big deal. There's lots of lawsuits flying around. All right. DeJoy's fate. DJT's appointed thug over the USPS. He was supposed to testify in September, and they moved it to Friday. Is it Friday of this week, I think? The alarm bells are going off. I don't know why it took this long. What's going to happen to DeJoy? Will he stay in position, or is he going to get knocked down to peanut size? What's going to happen to him? And they need to, when they question him, they need to let attorneys question him. Not all of the people, our elected representatives, not all of them, they can't, some of their questions are ridiculous. We need to get an attorney in there to, ask the questions. Oh, he's going to regret some things that he did. He's going to be singing the blues, and he's going to be caught trying to manipulate. So there's some things are going to come out right away. It's going to be crystal clear. Ron Johnson. Okay, Melinda, I'll ask that. Oh, and Berman. Now, I know some of the other readers have said Berman doesn't, nothing comes out of that. But I saw that something was going to come out of that, but it wasn't going to be the successful thing that he thought that it was going to be. Okay. So this is back to DeJoy. I scrolled there. Wow, he's going to get hit from every angle. Here he's being called to appear, come to this big house of law, come to the big house. It's too much. He tried to do too much, too fast, and the magician fell on its side. They're going to shine light on the hidden activities and things that were that he tried to implement and put in the dark. This has hurt us, we know. There are going to be other lawmakers that are going to try, there's going to be other people, not lawmakers, but there's going to be other people that are going to try to save DeJoy. He's going to be able to spin it to a certain degree and say, okay, well, we'll put some of these things back, or we'll change these things. I don't see him defeated right away. Because he's got the backing. This means that he's not going down. Now, at first, I'll ask another question about later. Somehow he's going to be able to put some sort of spin on this. Then will he be brought down after that, after a little while? Sneaky Pete. Okay. Sneaky DeJoy. He's going to get away. He's going to get away with it. Let's do one more right here. Then he gets judgment. So this doesn't happen right away. He skates. Something will come out, and there will be papers filed, absolutely, and indictments filed. They're coming, but this doesn't happen to him that fast. Okay. Escape artist techniques, Billy Barr techniques are going in there. Further USPS changes until after the election. Okay, so he's walking it back. All right. Right, Melinda. All right. Let's ask about Ron Johnson, who's using Russian propaganda. Ron Johnson, is he going to try to promote DJT? All right, then we'll ask about Social Security. Is Ron Johnson going to be successful continuing to push Russian propaganda? see. Ron Johnson. Is he going to be successful at continuing to push Russian propaganda? Yeah, there were definitely, when we saw that Eight of Cups, there was definitely, and the light of the lantern of the hermit, they were definitely still taking mailboxes out on Sunday, for sure. Ron Johnson's trying to help DJT. He's part of the clan. But he, as well, will have to walk something back because his magician is on his side. That's not a powerful place for the magician. And I shuffled. Y'all saw me shuffle? Secrets and lies. Secrets and lies. Big money. Nope, he runs into the wall. He's going to be anxious about something. He's going to get into trouble. Ooh, he's going to get into big trouble. So that's good. He will not be able to do that. Then he will be defending himself. I just thought I was trying to help DJT. Okay. He will walk it back as well. And I think he's going to be in trouble, but I think that he ends up getting out of it to a certain degree because he knows there's just so much ugly stuff here. You know what? With the Judgment card, I'm going to say that he could even get escorted to court. He's in big trouble. His ego is the size of Texas, and he thinks he'll get out of it. There's something he will be able to escape. But they're coming for him. He's in trouble. I have to take this with all these negative cards here. I have to take the Chariot to the negative side as if it would have come up upside down because of all of the surrounding cards, except for this one. But he's going to be in big trouble. His ego got the better of him, and then the Magician goes on his side, and the Tower comes, so he's going to be blown out of the water. Okay. All right. Let's ask about Social Security. And then I want to take another look at Berman, and that's probably good for today, unless you guys have another big question. Oh, no. Yeah, no, we don't want to sing that song, but that's okay. All right. Social Security. Is DJT going to try to manipulate? I think they were trying to manipulate the top tier of Social Security, where people have pensions and, a small pension and Social Security. Social Security. Will DJT try to cut it? Will anyone in that administration try to cut Social Security? Government card came out. The Hierophant card came out, so they'll put them. They're going to put him in a headlock. He needs to be put in a headlock. Okay. Social Security, will DJT or anyone in that administration try to take it down? There are changes coming. Let's hope they're protective changes. They're trying. They are trying to do something. They are trying. It has not come to become a knowledge yet. It has not been announced yet. Listen, they're going to try to take money from everywhere. And they may even say, oh, we've got even a better system or something. Yeah, we don't know about it yet. They're going to try to implement change. This will go to a higher court. And that's it. You know, like we got the government card that came out before. It will go to a higher court. There's funny business already going on. But it will be okay because we have the strength card. But it's going to really rile everybody up when they say they're going to make these changes. Will come out okay. But listen, they've already tried to mess with it somehow. I don't know how. It hasn't been announced. It will come to the light that they were messing with it, but then we'll be all right. I feel like they're going to try to implement. What honestly came to my intuition was that they would try to separate it and make it like Medicare. They would try to make it into A, B, and C, and that you could choose the different plan that you want to be on for Social Security. I don't even know how. Like they would try to make it a choice, and that you could end up getting less if you're not careful. Because they do crazy stuff. They do crazy stuff, but it will be stopped. We'll be okay. But they're trying to make it like you have an option or an offer or something. Right? Exactly. Money pot. All right. I want to take a look at Berman's report, or he's the one that Billy put in charge of doing that investigation. So let's take a look at him. Will Berman's report, his findings, will he be successful? Okay. How successful will Berman be? Will be just a little bit, because he got somebody from the FBI to say that they did something wrong. They falsified something small in the report, which they should not do. Berman, how successful will he? Oh, Durham. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Durham. Sorry about that. Well, Durham. Maybe that was a Freudian slip and something from SDNY, and Berman will come out. All right. So let's look at Durham. Billy Barr put Durham up to investigate. He's trying to cause separation. He's trying to really bring somebody, he's really trying to hurt people. How successful will Durham be? Well, right out of the gate, he thinks he got it, and he's going to try to throw everything in the kitchen sink into this. Everything but the kitchen sink. He's trying to be real creative. In a couple of areas, it came to a standstill. He hit the wall. They're going to try to put something on a younger male. Well, that doesn't mean he will have success with a couple of things, but it isn't just going to go down the drain, because look, this is a major major thing, because out of 10 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 major arcana. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so boy, he's really doing Attorney Teal's Durham is doing really bad things. He will have some success. It isn't a total flop. He will get some goods on someone. And then we're back to the Three of Swords. And this brings pain. This is really hard for some people. Not good. We should ask for some clarification to that. They know he's dirty dealing. Will he be able to, what do we want to ask about Durham? Do we want to ask if he'll hurt? Oh, I know, I wanted to ask. Okay, so I want to ask about Hillary. Okay. Oh, I've got 2 thumbs down now. I know who the first one is. They're old friends of mine. It's a couple. All right. All right. I want to know if there's going to be any type of restitution made to Hillary Clinton. I know that a lot of you guys don't like her. I know that. But she actually really did win fair and square. So I just want to know, will she be given, the tiara for, she definitely got the popular vote. Will there be any restitution made or given to Hillary Clinton? And I wonder if she offered to Biden to do anything. Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. She was robbed, I know. 5 Paces, I really do know who it is. Okay. Will Hillary... Okay, so it's in the works. It hasn't come to light yet. Secrets will be told. But they're trying hard to keep that under wraps. And she was robbed of her victory. And she went down. And this really affected her health. I wonder even how you can recover after all of that work. I know it really took a beating on Gore. Oh, climate change. I wanted to ask about that too. Boy, there's some ups and downs with that, with Hillary. Boy, oh man. Boy, some of those conspiracy theory people are still trying to slander her. She is actually going to take more hits before this is over. They're just not done. They're not done. At the end, they will give her some restitution. But some of these, like Durham and these other people are they're still trying to hit her with some sort of indictment or further judicial proceedings. They're just really still trying to get at her. Boy. Okay. Is Johnny in the house too? You guys, did I squirrel on Kamala? I have to ask about that again because I think I squirreled. I did, didn't I? I did. I know. I just realized that. Okay. Okay. You're always here just lurking. Okay. All right, Johnny. My favorite lurker. All right. Will Kamala be president? What did I do? I must have just changed the question. That's crazy. I must have allowed myself to become distracted. Okay. Wow, that first card sort of tells me that that's leaning towards a very big possibility because she may have to take up rowing the boat. There's a lot of mixed emotion about that. There's a bunch of cups here. So it looks like that's a distinct possibility. That wasn't like an overly resounding yes or an overly resounding no. Someone else might try to take the reins. Because why else would she be, well, we can take this to a positive is the offer. So I'm going to say that's a definite possibility. That's leaning more towards yes than no. All right. I can't believe I squirreled. I just left the question. I don't know what I did with that. I don't even want to go back and watch that. I don't want to see it. All right. Johnny's getting ready to move. Well, I asked about schools, and elementary schools were not going to be hit as bad as colleges. Right. All right, let's see. Got time for a couple more questions, and I need to do a couple more readings. Let's ask about how much Pootie is involved in this. How much is he trying to cheat in this to help DJT? How much involvement will there be on behalf of the Pootie? How much interference will Pootie will he be successful in running interference? How much will Putin be able to do with interference? They're paying. They're trying. Oh, yes, this is a definite yes. They are absolutely working. Remember, we get this card for the Democrats all the time. So the answer is unequivocally yes. Absolutely yes. Absolutely. From a whole world away. We're not ever going to know how much. But Something will be found out, but we're not going to know everything. The tower is really big. So that isn't a little bit. That's a lot. And you have to get up early to eat your Wheaties. You have to get up early to eat your Wheaties in order to catch Pootie. He will have some success. He absolutely will. And this is part of the heartache towards Biden. This is a lot. Now, I don't know how we can't figure it out. But that is victory, and that is blowing people out of the water, and it's just destructing the votes. We give our vote, we try to stand protected, and kaboom. It's unbalanced. So that is not good. That's not a good outcome there. All right, okay, so let's ask if we're going to have, Kushner, I know, right? Oh, we should ask about him too, but he's going down big time. I go all the way back to when I asked about DJ, Don Jr., and Kushner got all the bad cards. He definitely is going to do time. There's no doubt in my mind that he's going to, and DJT will throw his daughter under the bus too, if he has to. Okay. Bye, T-Barb. All right, I just want to take a look at, is Putin going to fall? Will he be found out this? Will he pull this off? That's just going to be my last question, you guys, because I got a couple more readings to do. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button, please. All right. Thank you so much. All right. Will Pootie get away with it or not? Will he be taken down? Will he be destroyed? Thank you, Larry Girl. You can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail to set up the $25 reading. Special. Okay. Pootie. Boom or bust. I'm so sorry about that, Kamala. I don't know what I did. Is that maybe when I changed the derm? I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. Maybe I need to take a little break. I think I will for the rest of the day. Okay. After I get the 2 more readings. Working behind the scenes. Wow, look at that. That says it all, doesn't it? Working it. Okay. There's legal proceedings, announcements. They're going to figure out the lies with the Knight of Cups, that he tried to control it with the club. There's papers. This is a good way to end the reading. The answer is he will face repercussions, finally. He's not going to get away with it. So, sword of justice comes for Pootie. All right, and let's look at the back on the bottom. I can't see him going to jail. This is the jail card, but he is going to be in a big pot of hot, boiling Pootie water. All right. Thank you, Pam. All right, you guys, you can email me at thewayofpositivechange@gmail for your reading. First one's $25. second, third, or fourth, or any consecutive reading after that is 33. All right. Thanks so much for joining me today. I had so much fun. I hope to do another live with either Becca or Jen Lynn. Johnny's moving. I'm so appreciative for everybody joining me today. And thanks for all the moderators. You guys rock. Larry Girl, Jules, T-Barb. Bye, Johnny. Happy moving. All right. Much love to you guys. Bye.